Hey guys, welcome back to another video, man. With the 40th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Mike Peavy, shooting guard out of Georgetown. Sorry, I had to find that. Yep, a part of the CJ McCollum trade, we will be getting Micah Peavy in the return. And by the way, I know I said that we still have a first round pick next year. I got my facts mixed up. We actually don't have a first round pick at all because I think the Bucks and the Hawks compete for the worst and the best pick. So that was on my bad. So sorry if I confused y'all. But anyways, let's talk about Micah Peavy. And his NBA comparison is Justin Jackson from UNC. Let's look at his strengths. Peavy is a long, athletic, and versatile wing who showed vast improvement as a senior at 6'7", with a solid frame, broad shoulders, and quick twitch athleticism. He brings NBA-ready physical tools and defensive versatility. He averaged 17.2 points, 5.8 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and 2.3 steals per game on 48.1% shooting from the field in 2024-25 while playing 37.1 minutes per contest for Georgetown. He took a major leap as a perimeter shooter, hitting 40% from three on 4.1 attempts per game, an encouraging development for a previous shaky spot-up threat, comfortable attacking closeouts, and finishing through contact. He uses his strength and coordination to convert around the basket. He's an active cutter and transition threat who doesn't need plays run for him to impact the game. He posted a career-high 3.6 assists per game, showing improved vision and decision-making, particularly when operating out of the pick and roll or in drive and kick scenarios. Defensively, he stands out with 2.3 steals per game, using his length, timing, and anticipation to pressure the ball and disrupt the passing lanes. He can guard multiple positions on the wing thanks to his lateral quickness and physicality. He shows a team-first mentality and plays with consistent energy and embraces difficult assignments on both ends. So yeah. Yeah, so what I saw from that is that Micah Peavy is he's a talented player, man. He can guard the guards, he can guard the wings, he's a basically all-around defender. Okay, offensively, he's improved, right? He improved. So now let's look at some of his weaknesses though. Alright, though Peavy shot 40% from three this season, it remains to be seen if that mark is sustainable long term. For his career, he shot just 32.3% from deep and 60.6% from the free throw line, indicators that touch and consistency could still be question marks. His free throw percentage in 2024-25 was just 65.9% despite the improved perimeter numbers, and his form remains rigid and mechanical. He doesn't offer much shot creation in isolation, relies heavily on straight line drives, and doesn't have an advanced handle. He lacks a dependable mid-range game or pull-up jumper. Most of his offense is derived from within the flow of the system rather than individual creation. He's turnover prone when forced to make multiple dribbles or reads under pressure, 2.6 turnovers per game. Defensively, we'll note that he didn't emerge statistically until his fifth year and was often older than his competition. He will turn 24 in July, and his age may cause teams to question his long-term upside despite the improvement. Some scouts may wonder if he was simply out-muscling younger players late in his career. Peavy capped off a strong 5-year college career with his best season yet, averaging 17.2 points, 5.8 rebounds, 3.6 assists, and 2.3 steals in 2024-25. While shooting 48.1% from the field, and defensive versatility gives him a real shot to stick as a role-playing wing at the next level. He profiles as a plug-and-play option in second units, capable of defending 1-3, spacing the floor if his jumper holds, and making smart decisions with the ball. If his shooting proves to be real and he continues to improve his decision making, Peavy has the potential to carve out a valuable 3-and-D role in a modern NBA system. While his ceiling may be somewhat capped due to age and limited self-creation, his production, toughness, and athleticism make him a strong bet to compete for minutes early in his pro career. Micah Peavy measured 6 feet 6.25 barefoot, 216 pounds, and has a 6'7" wingspan. Okay. Alright, well, still, okay. We don't really need to go into that. So, how y'all liking the pick with Micah Peavy? Personally, Micah Peavy, look, my dad actually wanted us to draft him in the second round. And obviously, it's hard to say what he's going to be at the next level. This caps off a good draft in my eyes. I like this pick. And before everybody, the Pelicans, I feel like had such an underrated draft. Because everybody's like, y'all gave away a first next year. Y'all know y'all going to be terrible, right? Weren't we just in the playoffs 2 years ago? You see, people are so close-minded. We were just in the playoffs 2 years ago. You know you're going to be terrible, right? Why? Just because we had a bad season last year? But we were in the playoffs 2 years ago. Y'all weren't saying we were going to be bad when we were giving the Phoenix Suns a run for their money in the first round a few years ago. Y'all weren't saying we were going to be bad when Zion literally played every single back-to-back game in a season. But it's just, you're going to be terrible, right? Bruh. Okay, let me ask you this. So when the Lakers traded for LeBron James, the Lakers are still going to be terrible, right? If Steph Curry, hold on, let me think. If Giannis, Luka, and Steph Curry all got traded to the Washington Wizards right now, the Wizards would still be terrible. You know why? Because they had a bad season last year. Every year's a new season, guys. I don't know if y'all know. But we're starting the season 0-0. We're not starting the season 21-61 or however bad we finish. We're not starting the season like that. We're starting the season 0-0. So I want to hear how you had a terrible draft because you gave away first round pick next year and you're not even going to do anything next year. It's a new season. You don't know how the offseason's going to go. You don't know how the offseason's going to go. You don't know. So before everyone's like, the Pelicans are not doing anything this year, close your mouth. Close it. No, zip it. We're having none of that this year. None of it. I'm dead serious. People begin on my nerves. It's always, you were terrible last year. That means you're going to be terrible again this year. Do we not remember what happened with the Warriors before they drafted Curry? They sucked. Okay, and I'm not trying to compare the Pelicans to the Warriors, but what I'm saying is that it's not impossible. Look, the Pelicans have a playoff caliber team. You know how I know that? We were literally in the playoffs 2 years ago. I understand we don't got Ingram. I understand we don't got CJ McCollum. I understand that. We still got Zion. We still got Trey Murphy. We still got Jose Alvarado. Now we got Jordan Poole, who's a younger version of CJ McCollum in my eyes. We drafted Jeremiah Fias. We got a solid team. So I want to hear it. And if Derek Queen works out, ain't nobody gonna be talking about what the Pelicans have trade. I understand. It was a high risk, but it was also a high reward. So anyways, I'm signing off now. Micah Peavy, welcome to the Pelicans. You can always like, subscribe, share, turn the bell until you don't miss another upload. You can find me at Hurricane Mike, Kyle Phelps, and Keeping Rue Who That Sports Podcast. And I'm leaving you as always with a Go Pels, and don't be a Buns fan.